Hello, everybody. My name is Haley Van Houen, and I am a part of the Hatched planning team. I will be monitoring our time today as well as monitoring the chat. And just so everybody is aware, this will be recorded for future use. With that being said, it is my pleasure to introduce Brooke Moore and her presentation on tips for attending your first Hatched.
Thanks, Haley. And basically what I wanted to do, and I know some of you are muted, you don't need to be on camera, but I kind of wanted to find out what your interest was in attending Hatched, and also, what you're trying to get out of today, because that will help me answer some of your questions and kind of guide you in how to attend. So if you want to just raise hand, unmute, however you want to do that. If you could just share with me some of your goals for today, that would be awesome.
And I'll give you some background on this project and what they were able to.
Well, I can go first for you, Brooke.
Okay, Justin.
Working with you and EIO and knowing the work that you put behind this for the past year or however long it's been, I wanted to take a good look at what you put together. It's going to be a nice day away from the daily tasks that we've all been doing via Zoom during this almost year of quarantine, it seems like, from working from home. So a lot of the sessions that I'm just interested in are just some of the ones that say coping with that kind of stuff. Anxious to see some of the things from Mohammed on the automation vehicles, just some interesting programs that we run at Ferris that really I don't get a chance to really look at and get my hands into. And so just learning about that kind of stuff, it's going to be an interesting and fun day.
Okay, thank you, Justin. That's helpful. Yeah. Would anybody else like to share kind of what you're looking to get out of today? And if you don't know, that's okay.
I was going to say, I would agree with Justin. As I looked through the schedule for today, I thought there was a lot of very interesting presentations. And so I'm just curious to see what will be presented and looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you, Kathy. Nikki, do you have anything to add?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm really happy to be here. In addition to learning more about each of the workshops I've chosen for today, and a lot of them, like Justin had mentioned, I'm interested in some of the futuristic programs and workshops, but also the diversity workshops too. And I'm excited to meet new people and to network and connect, since I'm new to this position. So I'm really excited to be here. So thank you.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. We are all looking forward today. I wish sometimes, we could be more than one person and we could be in more than one track. But one thing that's super important to know is that you will have the ability to watch things that you miss, because we're going to be recording all the sessions. So that is super helpful. I know for me, I think I'm presenting in one room and wanted to go see something in another room, and obviously that's not going to work. So you have the ability to kind of, kind of watch things after they happen. So there will be some life that will happen beyond today, and you'll have an opportunity to see those things that you missed. So very good. Lee, would you mind maybe sharing what you're hoping to get out of it as well?
Well, mine is pretty basic. I wanted to see how this ran, because I've got to introduce people at later sessions. So I wanted to understand what was going on.
Awesome.
But awesome. I was at last year's Hatched event, and I'm so excited about the numbers for this year, and I'm really excited for the presentation. So I'm really happy that it's been so successful.
Very good. And we're happy that you're hosting. Thank you for doing that. And would anyone else that has joined like to speak to what they're trying to get out of Hatched? Anyone else? Okay. All right. So the way that Hatched is set up, and if you've looked at the program, then you can kind of see, where everything is. And you've got from left to right, you've got the exploration track, the invention track, the creation, recreation track, and what's the last one? The education track. And if you'll humor me for a second, I'm going to share my screen and show you the schedule just so that we can kind of look at it. And everyone see that okay? Okay, this is the schedule that is on the web, and we went through and tried to link out all the sessions. So But this morning you've got the Makerspace tour, you've got my session, you've got the pandemic session as well. And so these are the different things that are happening. When we hit 9 o'clock, everyone should be in the main room, which for your own. For me, like the biggest thing was like not having a job. Can somebody get that sound? Okay, thank you. So as you get to the main room, the Welcome to Hatch, Shaping the Culture of Innovation, it's hard to tell from the schedule, but that's in the invention track. So if you come to this place, you'll know that that's where that lives. In earlier renditions of the schedule, they were all in a different column, so it's difficult to see. So my suggestion, if you're like, for example, when Justin was talking, he was saying that, I have specific things that I want to see, which I think is great. I also think it's really good in a conference like this to stretch a little. So if you're just like looking at something like and are just curious about it, I think those are really good things to attend. I was sort of intrigued by, of course, it's happening during the time that I'm presenting, but this one in the middle, Back to the Future, an audacious experiment in integrated education. Do I have any idea what that is? No, but it sounds interesting. So there might be a reason to kind of, tap into gosh, I'm curious about that. So if you're I guess what I would say is try to attend things that you know what they are, but also try to attend things that you don't know what they are, because, try to tap into a little bit of the curiosity of, gosh, I just kind of like to see what this is like. If you have colleagues that are presenting today, they always appreciate your support. So know that, as you're cruising around and you're trying to figure out what to do, you might see somebody that you would like to support. And like I said, that's always appreciated. So know that happens as well. So I'm going to stop there, but hopefully it's mapped out well for you and you can kind of figure out where to go from there. So what other questions do you have about Hatch today? Anything about the specific sessions that I can answer, or the navigation? What we're going to try to do with each session is, for example, when we're done here in the chat, we are going to give you the links for the next sessions. So Haley's all ready to go to throw in the opening session. All you'll have to do is go into chat and click on that. So you have the ability to just kind of, navigate that way. You cannot be in two Zooms at once. Has anybody ever tried that? Unless you have two different computers and two different logins, you cannot do that. So don't try that. It doesn't work well. And so that's just something to kind of keep in mind. Catherine and Leslie, you just joined. Is there anything in particular that you're trying to get out of today that we can help with?
I don't have any specific questions yet.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you for joining.
And I don't have any specific questions either.
Okay.
Or curiosity.
Okay, curiosity is great. That's what this is all about. So, as you're navigating, I mentioned this earlier, but try to look for things that you literally don't know what they're all about. And sometimes it's nice to just stretch. You may, if you're in arts and sciences and you go to a session that is primarily health professions, you still might get something that you can use in your class. So look for those things that have applicability across different colleges, across different types of work. And I think that can be really, really helpful. So, and I just saw that Haley did put the link for the next session in the chat. So that's kind of what we're going to try to mirror today and make happen. So anybody else have anything else that they want to know? All right. Michelle, Gary, you have anything that you wanted to ask or add or anything like that?
No, I'm just looking forward to just seeing what it's about and just hopefully learning something. I'm sure I will. So.
Okay, welcome.
Excited for this opportunity to be here.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Same with me, Brooke. I'm just looking forward to absorbing whatever I can throughout the day.
Okay. And know that, you know, a couple things to highlight. Obviously, definitely want to come to the opening session. There's a lot kind of jam packed into that hour. And then, you know, you get to spread out and go to the concurrent sessions, you know, depending on where you want to go. And then at the end, we have the conference debrief. Amy Green and I are going to try to pull out some of your pieces of wisdom that you've learned throughout the day, and kind of bring everything together and just kind of see, you know, what thoughts you have about the day, how it went. If you're, you know, overwhelmed, if you're if you're inspired, you know, all those things that may happen. And then the celebration of scholarship and creative work also happens at 4:30. So so some of the people will be going to that, some of the people will be coming to the conference debrief, some of the people will be taking a nap, I'm guessing. So those are all things that will definitely happen. I will stay on for a few more minutes in case anybody has a you know, a more private question that they want to ask, but feel free to take a few minutes before the opening session at 9 to grab some breakfast, get some coffee, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope if you have any questions about navigation, all of us on the call can pretty much answer those. So, so feel free to ask if you have anything, but thank you for jumping in, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Brooke, I just wanted to say this looks like an awesome mix, an awesome collection to choose from. I really like how you're suggesting that we stretch too. It's always a good idea to try and stretch out of our comfort zones and learn more. So I'm really excited for today. Thank you.
Well, good. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Take a break. We'll see you at 9. And thanks, Nikki.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right. Angela, what's up?
Oh, nothing. That was perfect. That was all perfect. When she did her introduction, I was like, yes, that's what I was looking for, because I was totally practicing mine yesterday.
That's so cute. Well, it was funny because I think that's why Lee came on as well, is she wanted to see how an introduction was supposed
I
to
did
happen.
it, but you know, like as soon as you go to practice it, I'm like jumbling up my words. I'm like, this is not that hard. I've done far harder in my life.
So funny. Hannah, I have not met you. You have to come on camera so I can see what you look like. I can see your picture, but she's like, no, I'm still waking up. Oh, man. There she is. Hi. So nice to meet you.
Hello,
Hannah,
nice to meet you as well.
Hannah does some of our stuff for EIO, what in marketing, but what specifically do you do?
So I'm a marketing communications specialist, so a little bit of everything, anything that my manager Ashley needs, and Jen, our director. So
very cool. Yeah, she solved some very interesting problems of mine. So she is one of, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Hannah.
Yes, it's been a good team.
Yeah, that's awesome. How long have you been with EIO?
So I started November of last year.
Okay, very good. November of last year. So you started like 2 months before me. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. You came on after I had talked about a lot of stuff. Is there anything that I can help you in terms of navigation, or answer any questions about how Hatch is set up or anything like that? Are you good?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm just gonna look through I'm on the website and found the list of presenters and everything. So I think I'm all set.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we'll see you hopefully at 9, right? You're gonna hop on the other track.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Very good. Nice to meet you in person, virtually,
yes,
virtually in person.
Right. Thank you.
Trying to think what else I was going to ask. So McKenna, there she is.